Hey, how's it going, guys? I hope that this video finds you well. In this video, we are going to be talking about human body systems. We're going to be talking about the functions of these body systems and a little bit about their interactions with one another. So make sure that you have your notes paper so that you can fill in the blanks as we go along this information. And later on, you're going to use that information to answer the questions that follow up with this assignment. Please make sure that you pause the video if you feel that I'm going too fast and take some good notes. If you feel that you need to rewind the video a little bit, just go back a little bit and you can play the audio again so that you can listen to the information as many times as you need to. Please make sure that you take some good notes and let's go over this information. So the objective here is the TIC 10A. So it says to the students will be able to describe the interactions that occur among systems that perform the function of regulation, nutrient absorption, reproduction, and defense from injury or illness in animals. So just like we talked about plants on the other video, well, this one we're going to be covering the animal systems and how they interact with one another. Keep in mind that no animal system or no body system is more important than any other. All of them have a very specific function, and that function is going to be very important for the well-being of your body. So let's go ahead and start with the very first one. No particular order we're going to go. So the first one that we have on the list is the circulatory system. And the main job of the circulatory system is to transport oxygen, carbon dioxide, and nutrients throughout the body. So this body system basically consists of the heart, which main purpose is to pump this blood and to pump all of these um, molecules throughout your body. And then it consists also of the blood and the veins and arteries. So any blood that goes back to your heart is going to go via the veins, and any blood that is going away from your heart is going via the arteries. So this is just important to remember here that the main purpose of the circulatory system is to transport nutrients, oxygen, and carbon dioxide throughout the body. So make sure that you have that information. So the next one is the respiratory system. So the respiratory system's main job is to exchange gases. The gases that we're talking about here are the two most important ones that we need, which is oxygen and carbon dioxide gas. So the oxygen is the one that we're going to take in whenever we inhale, and then whenever we exhale, we release carbon dioxide as a result. So just to mention a little bit about interactions here is basically we're going to use the respiratory system to take in the oxygen, and when it gets to our lungs, it actually is taken by the circulatory system around the body. The carbon dioxide that goes back to your lungs from the blood is then taken out by your via your lungs and then out through your nose. So the next one is the immune system, and the job of the immune system is to protect your body from any foreign invaders such as bacteria and viruses. So any pathogen, anything that can cause a disease in your body, or anything that can cause you harm, well, this is why we have an immune system, because its main purpose is to fight off those invaders. And for the most part, something that we have to remember are the white blood cells that are the most important ones that I've seen mentioned on the STAR test. So you got to remember that white blood cells are the ones responsible for protecting your body from any bacteria and viruses. So this is some other things that also protect our body, and that sometimes hair, nasal hair especially, is going to protect us because it keeps a lot of dust out of your nose, and sometimes bacteria and viruses. Sometimes when we sweat and when we have saliva, and even when we cry, this water that we release when we cry, it actually cleans and rinses your eyes. So these are all mechanisms that we have to keep us safe. So not just white blood cells, but some other things that we have that keep us safe from invaders. So the next one is the muscular system, and the job of the muscular system says here to it allows for movement by contractions and relaxations of muscles. So every single muscle in your body has the ability to contract and relax. And this is why we are able to move. So the next one. Next one is called the endocrine system. And the endocrine system's job is that it regulates body activities using hormones. So any information on the STAR test that is talking about hormones, you have to make that connection here, that hormones have to do with the endocrine system. The endocrine system is composed of all of these different glands that you have throughout your body, and the job of these glands are to basically release hormones and control or regulate a lot of the things that happen throughout your body. Okay? So again, remember, endocrine, that has to do with hormones. The next one is the skeletal system, and this is one that we're quite familiar with. The skeletal system, it protects your organs, it provides shape and allows for movement. Keep in mind though, the one that gives you movement is your muscular system, but the skeletal system is the one that actually supports those muscles and let the muscles attach to the bones so that you can actually do the movements. It stores minerals and it also produces blood cells. So yeah, your blood is actually made inside of your bone marrow. So this is just a connection here between your circulatory and your skeletal, because your skeletal system is the bones and actually blood is made inside of your bones, which is quite remarkable, and you probably didn't hear this before. The next one is called the integumentary system. And the integumentary system basically consists of your skin. There's different layers of your skin, but what you have to remember is that the skin is basically a barrier between the outside of your body and the inside of your body. So this barrier protects you against infections. It also helps regulate body temperature, and it removes excretory waste. So whenever you sweat, that is actually part of your excretory system, but it's found in your integumentary system. It's found in your skin. You have sweat glands in your skin. Okay. The next one is the nervous system, and the job of the nervous system is to gather and interpret information. Your brain is the main source of this nervous system, and all your neurons and your all of the nerves that you have, all the nerve cells that you have. Its main job is to gather information and to do something with that information so that it can later be passed around your body. It responds to sensory information, and it also helps maintain homeostasis. It helps maintain balance in your body. Okay. The next one is the reproductive system, and the job of the reproductive system obviously is to allow organisms to reproduce. In the humans, we obviously have the male reproductive system, the female reproductive system. The next one is the excretory system. And please don't confuse the excretory system with the digestive system. Excretion means removing waste products and filters blood. So whenever I say this by removing waste product, what I mean is water waste. So sweating is actually part of your excretory system. And urinating, right, or going to the restroom to pee is part of your excretory system as well. So your kidneys are part of your excretory system, your uterus and your bladder and your urethra. These are part of your excretory system. Okay. The next one is the digestive, and the job of the digestive system is to break down polymers into monomers. So basically what this means is it breaks down big molecules. So whenever you ingest these molecules, they break down because of all these enzymes that you have that breaks them down into smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller pieces, so that it can later be it can be absorbed inside of your small intestine. So the main purpose of the digestive system, remember, is to break down a lot of the food that you consume. Once it is inside of your mouth, it gets broken down, and then in your stomach it gets broken down, so that later on, once it is in your small intestine, it can be absorbed into your circulatory system. So there's a little bit of an interaction between the digestive and the circulatory. Um, then at the very end, you have the waste product, and that's when you defecate. So be careful here. The digestive system defecation, okay? So going to the restroom to do number 2, this is also part of the digestive system. It's not the excretory system, okay? Keep that in mind. The next one is the lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system main job, it says here that it carries white blood cells that fight diseases, and it also collects excess fluid and returns it to the blood. So it's similar to the circulatory system, but it doesn't really move a lot of the blood and the nutrients. It rather just moves the white blood cells that fight off diseases and some other fluids that we call plasma. So just remember, it's similar to the circulatory, but the lymphatic system's main job is to carry white blood cells. Okay? So that's pretty much it. That's everything that I have for you guys. I feel like I went a little bit fast, so if you feel like you need to go back and look at some of this information, feel free to do so. Uh, don't forget, make sure that you complete the part of this assignment that you have to answer, and don't forget to get credit for it. So don't forget to submit that so you can get credit. I'll see you on the next one, and see you later, guys.